Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Max from Unsubscribed Healthcare, and today we're going to be going over the Unsub menu. This menu is available at the top row at the end of the File, Edit, View, Insert, etc. menu option line. You might not see it if you have hidden it. By pressing Show the Menus, you can press Control Shift plus F to bring it down. So if you're not seeing it, you'll want to either press this down arrow in the top right or Control Shift F. After that, and you're seeing this Unsub menu, you can click on it, and it brings up a menu of options for you. In here, we have a couple of different things. In the Save and Copy, we have Copy and Name Current Sheet. When we click that, you'll be able to copy and name the current sheet. It is the same as the button in the top left corner there that says Copy and Name. If you click Save Current Sheet as a PDF, it will save the current sheet as a PDF into the patient folder, PDFs. You can save CMS 1500 as PDF and save outcome measures as PDF. And what those do is that takes the CMS input here and we'll save it as a PDF. So it's the same as saving it with no grid. And then outcome measures is the same button as save as PDF here. They just all work a little bit differently and they're all formatted a little bit differently to work that way. That's why they're different instead of just having one button that saves it all as a PDF. If we go into Data Center, this connects directly to the Data Center. These menu options can add a subjective and consent to treat form. If we click on Bill Data Entry, it will sideload a bill data form that will go directly into our Data Center. Same with add ICD-10, add physician, insurance company information, and authorization. All of these connect to the forms that are connected to the Data Center. If we go to shortcuts, subjective shortcuts, objective, assessment, flow sheet, pelvic floor, neuro shortcuts, these are all the shortcuts that are customized to each person. So to make sure that the shortcuts are up to date, you'll want to click on the therapist, make sure that it is that you are the therapist that you want to update those shortcuts, and click Update Shortcuts. When it says successfully connected down here, and you click on your shortcuts, it will be custom to Max Shippen and not any of the other therapists that are there. If you're updating and you notice that it's not updating in your options down here, most likely it's because you have not clicked Update Shortcuts. If we come over here into email, you can also email PDFs to patients. It asks you to make sure that that is the correct patient email. And then you are able to put in your subject, your body, and you can also choose which PDFs to attach to this email as well. So if you wanted to send them their treatment and their eval, you'd be able to do that and click send. You can also send a simple email to this patient. Again, it asks you to verify the email. And then you could just put in subject and body, and then it will send it over to the patient. Custom forms is available for you to put in your own custom forms, as we talked about before. In the database tab, underneath column E and F, you will find custom forms 1, 2, all the way through 10. And once you add in your own form hyperlink, you'll be able to click on the Unsub menu and pull that form over on a side window so that you don't need to exit it to fill out that form again. Absolute reference and relative reference I use specifically for equations inside of my templates tab. Selecting absolute reference will create it so that the formula inside of a cell is an absolute reference, and that means that there's a money sign in front of both the column as well as the row number. If we click relative reference, it gets rid of that money sign. This is really useful when you are making a template, because if you want it to reference cell A13 all the time, it will do that automatically. If you wanted to reference a cell that's down below it, you would want to do a reference cell. So that's just a little bit about that. We'll get more into that when we go over the education course. So that goes over the Unsub menu inside each of the pre-made templates. If we go into the PT Data Center, the Unsub menu is a little bit different, and we also have the Getting Started. Getting started, you can click on Update URLs, and that will also bring up the buttons. So I made it as a fallback in case the button didn't work. Same thing, you can upload your company information to update your company information there. You can also click on upload logo, so you can put in your own logo now, or update your logo. Add clinician is, again, adding a clinician like you would in company information. And add trigger for intake form is just in case that there wasn't a trigger created, so that you have no folders being created or anything like that. Clicking this would add a trigger. If we go over to the Unsub menu, here we have billing and authorization. You can do the bill data entry again, pulling up the bill form. You can also do authorization, patient subjective and consent to treat. If you need to go over that with somebody over the phone, you'd be able to do that here. ICD, physician, and insurance company. Again, these all pull up the forms that are attached to this one. And then in the Unsub menu, again, you can click on update logo and add clinician. So there's multiple spots for all of those. The other thing that you want to be aware of is that you are able to do scheduling from here. If you wanted to, you can click on the calendar over here, and you'll be able to see the company calendar. You can then maximize it by opening up the wall, by opening up the link. To add in a patient, you can just click on it, and then you would say, and save it. You can also attach their email to remind them, but there's many things that you can do with the scheduling available in this side loading window. If you have Google Voice, it will also show up here, so you'll be able to answer calls from each of the Google Sheets as well. But there's several other buttons that Google allows you to put in here that I'm not going to get into, but you can get more add-ons there as well. But that covers the Unsub menu. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, or concerns. Next up, we will be going over the home exercise program.